Chapter 18, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. This is a review. So let's get into it. On the cover page, it's Matsuri. She's looking good. They like whoever colors like this. Well, I'm guessing it's Ikimoto. My boy like color Matsuki, not Matsuki, Matsuri. But anyways, it starts off with Sumari, and I still have some mixed feelings about her after the previous chapter. Don't I don't even want to go there, man. I did not even want to go there about her treachery. She's a snake for real. But anyways, Kawaki up to her rat shit again, man. Got Amato up in a chokehold. And they have a whole conversation. He's saying, well, he's not saying, but he's implying that he's too weak and Amato needs to buff his settings up, man. He needs to put the cheat code in so he can just get all the power right away. He ain't got time to waste. He said it doesn't matter what he has to do. Like, just go ahead and do whatever you want with his body. And, like, it really puts into perspective how much of a weapon Kawaki is, and not so much as a person. Like, he literally says settings. Where can I find them? He calls his body a toy. He says settings right here. He says change my settings, amp up my offensive power to the max. If you won't, then you're of no use to me, and he'll kill him. And that's an interesting dialogue right there. He says, I'm not kidding. Look into my eyes. You see that, right? And he just like forcing Amato to comply with his demands. And that's a whole thing they have later on in the chapter that we'll see. But once again, they highlight Kawaki's willingness to be a tool, whatever he got to do to get strong. You know, like, he don't care what you doing to his body as long as he's able to go kill some Boruto and Otsukis and Code. Like, do whatever. And Sumari just in the background. And I'm really getting tired of seeing her in all the background of these important events because she's always there. Wait, hold on. I think she's actually Amato's helper. I think so. I'm not sure. That would explain why. But she's always there for, like, the important events that's happening in the story. But she don't do nothing. She just be there saying names. Kawaki, Sarada, Boruto. Just be in the back for no reason. Not important to the story at all. Just there. Filling up space. But anyways, he says only babble in your sleep. And that is actually the name of this chapter. Only babble in your sleep. And I read that and I was like, that's a weird thing to say. But it turns out it's a failsafe, something to immediately knock him out, just dilates Kawaki's pupils and shuts down. He hit the control alt delete on Kawaki, and as you can see, that boy sleep catching some disease. And then we translate back to the Sand, back with the Sand siblings once again, and Ryu, Mitsuki, Sarada, and Kanahamaru. And their whole conversation is really talking about why Ryu's here. Mitsuki asks a question, hey, why are you guys out here hunting Boruto? We're hunting him because he's a traitor to our village. But before that, there's this thing with Yodo. Like, Yodo, she's just glaring daggers at my guy. Like, she's glaring at Ryu. She obviously don't like him. She has the black backdrop. She's not speaking. And her brother says, tone it down, Yodo. You're not a kid anymore. Now, you would have to see her in the anime, because I don't think she was in the Boruto manga at all, part 1 of it. I'm not sure she was there. But in the anime, I wouldn't even say she's temperamental. Like, she only fights Shigadai and loses. And then that whole exchange is not like she's flipping out them out, she's cussing them out, she's throwing him the middle finger, none of that. I don't know. Maybe they got up to some. They were also, she a YN for in her village. She just be no good. She's a hooligan. But that comes back to haunt them later on. And Kanahamaru over here, it's not even spitting game, bro. He got the passive risk. Like, come on, girl. You can do so much better. You can do so much better. But anyways, he's over here talking to her, still playing the distracting, trying to keep it a one-on-one, 1-on-4 They're just splitting them up. That's the goal of this, to split them up so they don't have to deal with them together. Because if they do, they're going to lose. But I think they're going to lose regardless. Even if when a fight eventually does break out, they are not winning. Okay? They are not winning. But they start talking, and she's saying she's so comfortable. She was nervous at first. Her colors return to normal, but it has not. Like, she's been blushing the entire time. And this right here, I feel like I'm my true self. I'm really enjoying talking to you. It's the way her eye is. And I don't mean like from an art style perspective, more like how she's looking at him. You know, like, look, I have no idea why, but for whatever reason, but as soon as we talked, I started to feel more and more normal. How could that be? And then Konohamaru says, maybe because we just met. It's an uncommon. It's not uncommon. And she says, I feel like a true myself, yada, yada, yada. And the way she looks at him, it's something I can't really describe. I would say it's kind of darkish. I would say it's kind of possessive. But there's something not right in the way she looks at him. It's foreshadowing. It's foreshadowing. And then he says, you see, and Konohamaru said that's a good thing. Continually just to play on her good side. Because they can't make her mad, bro. He makes her mad, she's going to eat him. She's going to gobble him up. Not in a good way. But then she has the bold italic text, bro. She says, can I call you Konohamaru-chan? And then Konohamaru, he looks at her, gives her a side eye. They just side eye each other. I don't know why they won't just turn their heads. But then Konohamaru starts having flashbacks from his childhood. Moegi, she's calling him Konohamaru-chan, Konohamaru-chan, Konohamaru-chan. You know, that's his special person, his precious person. And she asks, like, what's the matter? And he says nothing. So how does she know that name? Either she get that name from the memories, or it's just something that she wants to call him. You know, she wants to call him a more enduring term. How did they learn the suffix? That's my question. I guess that's just something ingrained into the Japanese. They know the suffix straight out the birth. They come out the womb. The first word is Oto-sama, Kan-sama. That's what they say immediately. Anyways, he says there's nothing wrong with that. And then we cut away from there. Important conversation. And then it's back to Rio. And they're still looking for clues. And then he releases his iron sand. And they're kind of on alert. Like, yo, why are you releasing your sand, man? It's ominous. It looks cool, though. It looks like it's coming off of him. You know, so kind of how Shiki had it, where Shiki had the little cloak around him. But it looks like it's coming out of his clothes. So not entirely off him. Wait, maybe his clothes are just made of it. Whatever this material is they use. But yeah, Sarada asks, what are you doing? I really like how they changed her headband. It looks like her mom's. Isn't that funny to say? Saying Sarada's hairstyle looks like her mom. Who would have thunk it? But he said he's spraying his iron sand around. It's a detection ability. Now, does that mean he's a sensor, or he just has a sensor ability in his sand? Which that's most likely what this is. You know, through the sand, he's able to, I'm guessing, feel things out. Like feel the vibrations in the air or whatever. They don't really go into too depth. I mean, they don't need to. If you're reading this, you've been know about the series. You know how this shit work by now. But he's gonna poke around the area. And Sarada, Mitsuki, they kind of eye him. Sarada's thinking about something, but we don't know what that is. But then he's alerted. Yoda, once again, he says, huh? And then the sand kind of like floats around her head. Not really touching her, but just feeling the air out around her. Feeling the aura, I guess. And he says, what mighty bloodlust you have, Ms. Yodo. And he really says he was right about you. Your bloodlust is off the charts. So taking in that, like, look, she's still glaring at him, man. She's still glaring at him. Understandable, though. You know, like, he got the body of her friend right now. She's obviously not too happy about that. And like, she letting him know, bro. She's letting him know visibly. But she ain't saying nothing. She is still silent. Look, she even standing like a hood rat, bro. She even I would have seen her outfit and immediately saw a sexy red fan. I would have known she was up to no good off that. But he said she was right about you. But she said, don't let it bother you. I'm always like this. All us ninja are. Contradicting herself a bit. Well, not really herself, but not all ninjas just release bloodlust around them. Like, Ryu's not buying it. He's kind of just eyeballing her back. And as they lock eyes with these creatures, why are they not unnerved by the renegade in their eyes? Now that could just be that the whole world doesn't know about the renegade, even after the war, and like the big one that was on the moon. That could have just been something they don't all remember, or they just put it up to what happened in the war. Now, if they don't know, then okay, I understand, and it would just be, oh, he got some weird eyes. But if they do know, they know what to comment to on it. But anyways, Mitsuki asks a question, trying to diverge the ongoing tension in the air. He asks the question again, why are you guys hunting Boruto? We're hunting him because he's a criminal. What's he done to you guys? And then Ryu finally breaks his aura off with Yodo, and he says he doesn't really understand, but he just got orders. Orders are orders, and that Boruto knows too much about the thorn bulbs. The little, if you guys don't remember, the little hearts they have, and they're kind of their version of a chocolate fruit. That's what I'm gonna call it. And Elder Jura, who is the leader, he said, hey, I gotta come kill Boruto. He know too much, and if you know too much, you're getting done up. So that's why he's here. And Sarada, she's kind of playing along. Oh, I think I remember something like that. Boruto mentioning that. she's like, she's playing into it. I think I know something. And then she says this genius idea to use one as bait. And immediately, bro, Yodo is already selling. She's like, look at her, man. She's like, huh? She's like, what do you mean? Like, look at her. She immediately selling the bag, man. But Sarada says, let's use one as bait. And Ryu, he thinks it over. And then they cut away. Back to Kawaki. He jumps up at the start. And they're in the lab. Sumire is there again for some reason. Not doing anything. Well, Amado tells him don't flip out. Chill as ever. Sitting in his chair. And then he always saying shit that makes me think, is he really after what he say he after? And then like he ends up reinforcing that he is after what he says he is, and that he's not here for some ulterior motives. Like he's really here to just save his daughter. But listen. He says, I do hear your point. The divine trees are definitely a threat, and I did not foresee their emergence at all. Like, did he know? Yes. He is implying that he already knew, like, way beforehand. Like, he already knew what those claw grimes were capable of. Or that maybe there's another way for the trees. Like, maybe there's another way for the divine trees to gain semi-conscience and to transform into what they are now. Because he says he did not foresee their emergence. So I'm thinking that there is some other way that they have come out in the past. That's maybe a wrong line of thinking. They probably didn't come out in the past, but with some studying, some science, some tinkering, he probably was like, oh, they can transform into this, and da-da-da-da, or this can happen. Or maybe it's just theoretical knowledge, but I feel like he has some kind of past experience with them, with that point, with that kind of dialogue. I did not foresee their emergence. And then he says, I will have to modify your ability settings to a full offensive power in order to stand up to them. Meaning, y'all hear me? Kawaki can't do nothing. Kawaki is useless as of now. He is not able to combat, but most importantly, he is not able to protect Naruto and Hinata, which is the main thing he wants to do. Everything he does is to make the world a better place for those two, at least. Himuro is kind of just thrown to the side, I guess, but mainly just Naruto, and Hinata Baya is standing still since she's also there with him. So he's willing to just go do all of this No matter what he got to do, he'll sell his soul, turn his body into a weapon, tell him put a switch on him. As long as Naruto's safe, he's straight. And Amato's, I hear you, bro, but he say I got one condition. And then we see Delta, but that's wrong. It's Akabi, his daughter, a brand new body, that he's making for her. And then he tells Kawaki, like, I need you to put your karma on her, so she can be revived, so you can resurrect her, which was the entire purpose of Kawaki's karma in the first place. That's the whole reason Amato's been paying so much attention to him, being so diligent, is so that Kawaki's karma can transform and resurrect his daughter. And that's what he tells him. He added her DNA or her data to his karma, which in result will resurrect her in an existing world once again. Now that kind of confuses me. How was that gonna work? Was he gonna like transform Kawaki into his daughter, or is he gonna do what he does now, where Kawaki just puts his karma on her, and then does she just wake up, or does Kawaki die and she ends up taking his power? So it's kind of like a trap. I'm not sure though. He doesn't really explain it. That's probably is what he's trying to do. He's trying to snake Kawaki. But he says he's gonna dump everything till now, just saying once again that the entire reason of him being here and doing what he has to do is for his daughter's sake. And then Kawaki, look at him. We know Kawaki don't give a fuck. Kawaki don't care about his daughter. And Sumero is there again. Why is she here, bro? What is she doing? Like, can you study on her so we know why she's not affected by Ada's ability? Is it because she's so useless that it doesn't matter? But anyways, Kawaki says this: if your daughter is revived as an Otsutsuki, I'm Swiss cheesing her ass. Why is he such a hood rat, man? And he say he's no exceptions. He don't care what's going on. He killing his daughter. Just out the get go. Like, if he revive her, she get that way in here, she get a ring again, it's up for her. Like, nope. And then Amato's like, okay, but just know I'm gonna fight back with everything he got. And because of Kawaki, it's kind of this guy's tool. And we clearly know all he gotta do is say some words. Kawaki can't really do anything. Like, that's an instant loss for him. All Amato gotta do is say, only babble in your sleep, fight's over. Kawaki just wasted his time. So if I was Amato, I would definitely just go right ahead then, especially since you got that fail safe on him at all times. All you gotta do is say a sentence and fight's over with. Okay, take all the threats you want. But it's not so simple. Kawaki's kind of showing some intelligence right here, holding Amato in a chokehold, proverbially, saying, in this sequence of events, I swear that I will implant a karma in that clone on the premise that I might kill her right away, but only after all our current foes are wiped out, meaning Code, Boruto, and the Otsutsuki. And he's saying he's not helping Amato until those are done, until those terms, until the world's safe. And then Amato's saying, listen, bruh, you're currently empowered with near immortal defense and recuperative powers. We haven't seen none of that. I just want to say that we have not seen any of that. 18 chapters, Kawaki just been getting dogged on this whole year. This whole year, Kawaki ain't been doing nothing. The whole year just been running, Kawaki ain't showing no defensive abilities. Every time we see that boy in a fight, he on the ground. Mitsuki snaked him. He got pressed by a Clogrime. A fodder one too, no name. And then Mato's like, but if you die, so will his dreams. Stop being oh, he doesn't say that. He just tells him Kawaki's being really selfish, and he's trying to convince him not to be. He's not taking Amato's feelings into consideration, but Kawaki don't give a shit about him. Kawaki don't care about nobody. He don't care about Naruto. And he says, hey, what I want is a guarantee of survival and the potential to kill them. So quit worrying about my welfare, Amato. I'm telling you to make me an even bigger, badder monster than them. And that's all you got to do. Use any means, whether scientific or otherwise, to make me stronger. And Amato's just there frozen. He's obviously going to be forced to comply. Like, if he wants to see his daughter, he has to abide by these conditions. He has to abide by what Kawaki set, the standards. How this is going to play out, I don't know. But it will be pretty interesting. I wonder what we're going to see. Like, how... Like, is it just, like, actual his settings? Like, he pulls it up on the screen, and there's, like, you know when you go to Creative Player on 2K or Madden, and you just up in their sliders? Is that all he has to do? Just strength 99, speed 99, durability 99, agility 99, stamina 99. Is that all he has to do for Kawaki? Or is he going to give him something? Because, once again, in the first chapter of the time skip, or like the prerequisite of the future. Yo, what if that actually wasn't the future and it was just a possible event from... Oh, bro, his Kashin Koji, his omniscient ability. What if that wasn't the actual guaranteed future? It was just a possibility. Is that kind of fire? That's kind of heat. That's kind of heat. Well, anyway, let's move on from this conversation. I'm interested to see what we do for Kawaki, though. What new power is he going to get? But anyways, go back to Konohamaru and his passive riz on Matsuri. Keep this in mind. She's been blushing this entire time. Like, since she first popped on screen, she's been all shy. She's been tucking her head. Konohamaru been raising her up, man. She can barely look at the guy. She poking her fingers and everything. And she said, "This is the best day of my life to get to talk so much with you, Konohamaru-chan. Well, not that I've been alive very long, but I'm still so happy, Konohamaru-chan." Well, what was she about to say? Well, what? Will you let me eat you? Will you go out with me? Will you come back to see Elder Jura with me? Will you stay with me? There's so many possibilities. What was she about to say? But I think it was either going to be something like, will you let me talk to you some more? Or will you... Or some scary shit like, will you let me eat you? Or something like that. You know how them shy girls be. But anyways, Konohamaru interrupts her. He says, "Wait, hold on. I don't want you calling me that no more." This is so funny to me, though. Like look at her face. He says, "Don't, could you not call me that?" And she says, "Why? What's wrong?" And he said, "There's only one person who calls me that." Blush immediately gone. Immediate. And it's crazy. She stops blushing. He does. And he says there's only one person that he wants to call me that. And that ain't you. And you saying my name is giving me goosebumps. So stop it, you ratchet. No, he don't say all that. But he says, "You don't mind, do you? Just calling me Konohamaru." Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes, bro. She goes from this right here, finger poking, delicate, I know, to just like, what? What you just say? What? She says only one person, and who's that? She get the black drop. She get the words around her, get ominous, and it's like Konohamaru's like, "Oh shit, don't read too much into it." And she's like, "You wouldn't happen to be referring to Kamatatsuri Moegi, would you?" She's scowling. Hot topic. I think she looks really good right here. I think she looks really good. Yeah. Hey, Twitter artists, I'm gonna need y'all to color this panel up right here. I need a thumbnail. Show you look really good right there. I don't know, Konohamaru. You might have to just keep her mad just so you can look at that. But anyway, she says, "I'm right, aren't I? So what is that woman to you exactly?" And he says, "Answer me, Sarutobi Konohamaru." And she unleashes these, I don't know, whatever that little flap or cape, whatever she's wearing, it separates, and they is she about to form a tail beast bomb, or is she about to just like eat him? What do you guys think? Is it gonna be a Tobias bomb or is she gonna eat him? No way she's gonna form a Tobias bomb right when he's right next to her. I think it's just about to like attack him. But it looks more like a fly trap, doesn't it? Like this whole time, it's like a fly trap, maybe, questionably. I don't know. We'll see. Oh wait, is it enclosing around him? That one's behind his head. That one's like kind of in front of him. I don't know. We'll have to see next chapter. But anyway, we cut back to Ryu. He's unleashing his Storm Bud. He's letting it float in the air. I mean, this is like low-key surprised. Like, he's like, no way that he actually did that shit. And then Stardust, a Thorn Bud, just like the one I saw before. And once again, there's always that one person messing the plan up. And she's look who it is, yo. Yodo. Anytime a black backdrop happens in this manga, somebody about to tweak out or just do something. And she been tweaking out the whole chapter, man. She's just been waiting for a reason to crash out. And this is her reason. And then he sets this panel right here. Now then, let's see if they bite. I could have sworn he was talking to us. Like, I thought this boy was breaking the fourth wall with how he said that and how he looking at me. I'm like, bruh, no way this guy broke the fourth wall. But isn't that an ironic statement, huh? Now then, let's see if they bite. And at first, I thought he broke the fourth wall at first, but I was like, okay, that's not happening. Then I'm thinking he's talking to you, like one of the elders or somebody else. Like somebody got a spy device and they're listening in. But he's probably just talking to himself. Because look what happens afterwards. Yodo on some dumb shit and she's jumping for it. Now, let's take a second. Analyze the stupidity of this situation, right? You just see him float it out of his chest and float it into the air. Why would you possibly think it wouldn't be able to move? But that's not even what happens. What happens is the sand he released around him traps them. Starts manipulating their body, takes control over their body. So it could be that's what he wanted to do from the very start, which is possibly what he's saying. That he says, gotcha, I thought this might be the case. So he already suspected them as much as they suspected him. So he kind of released the sand as a precaution, which is something that maybe one of them should have taken into precaution. Like, he's releasing some sand. Maybe we should also release something, do something that could potentially counter his auto kill ability. Because they are in the sand village after all, and he does control sand. Ain't no way I'm about to just stand there as he releases sand that could kill me at any time. But anyways, in story-wise, they can't ask those kind of questions, man. We got a story here after all, man. We got a plot. And then Mitsuki says he's not dumb as he acts. But he really wasn't really acting dumb, I'd say. He was just acting more on a carefree side of things, I guess. Kind of careless. He just like very chill. But he said, that's low. Dear Shinobi friends, your betrayal is going to give me serious trauma. Showing he's kind of a comedian. Like, he's kind of funny. But yes, Ryu-san is coating our entire bodies. Sarada thinks as he loses control. He makes her pull out a kunai. Oh, wow, look at those sand particles. I didn't see that. I don't know how those tiny particles are taking control of their muscles. And fingers, by the way. But he says, I think we need to be punished. Control Sarda's body to rush at Yodo. Only for Yodo to be saved by Getsuka Tensho. That boy Ichigo showed up, y'all. Alright, I'm trolling. She's back in control now after this crescent arc dispels the sin around them both. And we see one of the sand siblings might not be fodder after all. Lodestone Sand Sealing Blade. Whatever this guy's name is. I don't know. He's holding a blade, black katana sword with sand particles. More specifically, the iron sand floating off it. He says, Shinki, I never thought I'd have to use this jutsu that I created for us in this way. Shinki, will you lend us a hand too with this battle? And Ryu says, what the heck? That's so not fair. So, this blade that one of the Sandstorming has, it looks like it can dispel or seal. Considering he says sealing, I'm guessing it seals the sand up. But that will be an interesting fight. Because now he has a blatant counter to Ryu's abilities. But then again, Ryu does have a Rinnegan, so he can just use the Rinnegan abilities. Alright, fight's over. Take his soul. Make it your path. Get 3 arms. But I think this is going to be a great chapter for, well, next chapter is going to be good because we're going to see a battle. And potentially, Sarge's going to show some new abilities, you know? Maybe she's going to turn the sand into glass, like we've all been warning, which has never happened in this series, Naruto included. Why did nobody just use fire against Gar Sand? Not even the fillers. No sand to glass. But this was a good little pre-action chapter. You know, I thought Sarda was going to use her MS, you know, like it's controlling her body. And like most of the community, I'm just fiending for Sarda to use the Susanoo. Why is he holding back? Like, please, bruh. I'm like, oh, this is it. She's going to control her body. He's going to do something at her, and she's going to need a way to defend herself. Boom. Susanoo Rib Cage. We finally see Sarda use some Mangekyo abilities. Because, oh my god, man. It's been a year and a couple months. We don't even know what her MS ability is. Like, why is he holding back so much, man? There have been countless speculation videos about it. And I can't give you what I think it is. I don't really have a clue myself. If I had to say, though, like top of my head, I would say maybe some kind of reflection ability. Reflection or nullification. Something like that. Anything to help her nullify Ada's ability, nullify the truth of the world, nullify fate, reflect fate, nullify fate, something like that. Something to nullify truth. Because she's going to need that outfit. And remember, she's going to have 2 MS abilities. 2 eyes. Each one does something different. So maybe one can nullify truth, aka fate, and the other is like maybe some sort of attack or defense. But anyway, hopefully we'll see. I honestly don't even know what Yodo does. Like, I remember in the anime she used sound, I think. Her brother, the puppet user, he don't have a puppet on him. He probably said that shit lame, pulled the sword out on him. He ain't no puppet user no more. But I'm really looking forward to the next chapter. I hope you enjoyed the review. I don't think I have anything else to yap about. I think I pretty much went over everything. But I will say, I wish they weren't in the Sand Village. Like, honestly, like, why did they have to go back to the Sand? Like, I know they went back because of Ryu, but why did it have to be Gaara or Ryu, bro? There's 2 other villages they could have went to. We still barely know shit about the Lightning Village. We don't know shit about the Hidden Stone Village either. Like, why not go back to one of them, bro? Or Mist. Like, they went there in the filler. They went to the Mist and filler, bro. Make it canon. Let's go there. So I do wish they could have picked another village. Because I don't want to see the Sand Village again. Like, tell me it wouldn't have been cool to see Kurosuchi Finance again. Bah. Somebody go down there and turn her into the Divine Tree. Ooh, let me see that design. Please. Let me see that design. Please, man. Ooh. Or look, they go to Lightning Village, right? Or Cloud Village, and they get their hands on one of the Sage's tools. That would be fire. Could have, should have, would have been. Oh, yes. There was a thread on Twitter. Someone said how she's going to be a possible Otsutsuki. And I think it's a good idea. Like, please, man. Kishimoto, give us some female Otsutsuki. Come on, bro. Come, give us a female Otsutsuki baddie, man. I want one. I need one. I'm fiending. I'm fiending for an Otsutsuki mommy, bro. But it said she's gonna transform into Otsutsuki. If she does though, she's better. She better fight for her life, cause she gonna get spawn killed immediately, and she's getting spawn killed immediately if she comes out as an Otsutsuki. But yes, I think I covered everything. I yapped about everything I wanted to. If I were to talk about anything else, it would probably be why Sumire kind of gets on my nerves now. Cause yeah, I'm still kind of mad that she tried to check Sarda like that. And I understand, Sarda knows that she liked Boruto, but she's like, it was really the way she said it to me. Maybe I will talk about it. It's the way that it's the word she said to Sarda. She's like, I like him. Why'd you go and hug him like that? Like Sarda and Boruto ain't been friends since they were newborns. She can't go hug her friend? Huh? Don't be mad that she out there acting and you didn't. You should have went and did something. She should have went and acted. It ain't her fault that she a little shy wallflower. Go do something. She mad. She mad Boruto ignoring her. She mad Boruto didn't even look at her. She mad Boruto only focused on the baddie. He only focused on the tens. But he ain't worried about her. Right, y'all. I'm wrapping it up right there. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will be back next month for chapter 19. And I'm going to see when I see it. And if I don't see ya, I'm going to see ya.